a few moments ago, and I pray you will do so again. I'm not certain how much help I can render. The mind, when sprained, is not as readily mended as a turned ankle, but perhaps I can set you on the path toward recovery. I take a morning constitutional before breakfast. Why don't you join me starting tomorrow and we can talk freely? Say 7 o'clock.
Dr. Seward, I am in your hands.
Pray put your mind and heart at rest. God never creates a problem without also creating its solution. We'll find it together.
October 17th. Jonathan and I have arrived this day at Halifax Abbey with my dearest and closest friend, Lucy, to stay for a time at Dr. Seward's sanatorium. The weakness and night terrors which have been afflicting her have not abated despite Dr. Seward's visits, and the decision has been made for Lucy to stay in guest rooms here at Halifax. In this way, Dr. Seward can be more available to care for her and find a resolution to her troubles. This diary has been a comfort to me in times past, when I was separated from Jonathan for so long on his European venture and when I was needed to be by his side in hospital in Budapest. As I did on those occasions, I shall keep a record of my thoughts and the events and actions of those around me. It will help me keep a sound mind when my heart is heavy, and one day I shall be inspired to read of a time in my life when I had to endure trials and troubles before coming through to a bright new day. Oh my, Lucy! You have a spectacular view of the countryside from here.
One would think the good doctor would have found a room on the ground floor.
The exercise was good for you. Put some colour back in your cheeks.
Nina, please leave all that. We haven't had any time to talk since you ran off with that man. What's wrong with me?
Lucy?
What was that?
What was what? Lucy?
A voice!
It's only me.
What's happening?
Nothing, nothing. You're all
Stop
right.
saying that! You don't know me! You don't know what's happening inside me! Jack! I'm losing myself!
I won't let that happen.
You can't hold back the night, can you?
Lucy.
Just don't leave me. If you have any pity in your heart for me, don't leave me alone.
I promise. I swear. You will never be alone. Jonathan Harker, I bid you welcome. Come in, come in. The night air is chill, and you must need to eat and rest.
Count Dracula, I presume?
I am Dracula.
I have the documents here for your new London properties.
Excellent, excellent. You cannot know how long I have waited for this moment. My land is very old, and I grow very old with it. I must be filled with new blood, as your author said.
New blood?
Blood is the life, Mr. Harker. Blood is the life. The blood is the life.
Oh. I feel an utter fool.
Not at all.
I didn't mean to frighten you, Mina.
The important thing is that you're all right.
Miss Westenra is tucked in for the night. What has happened here?
I had a little spell.
I came upon them in the hall. Mr. Harker had lost consciousness.
Hills and fields, woods or steepy mountain yields. And we will sit upon the rocks, seeing shepherds feed their flocks. By shallow rivers to whose falls melodious birds sing madrigals.
castle seat. Almighty light, each maid dawning. If these delights thy life may move, then live with me and be my love.
Mina! Mina, are you there? Mina! Mina, wake up! Lord, save me! Mina, he's here! He's here! Please now!
Lucy, what's happening?
Mina, I can't rouse her.
My transfusion kit, Jack, hurry! Look into the light, Mr. Harker. See the colors dancing. They are your whole world. Everything you know. You see only the light. Only the light. The sounds of the room fall into a hush. You hear only my voice. Only my voice. Breathe. You see only the light. Breathe. You hear only my voice. Breathe. Breathe. We turn back the pages of your memory like the pages of a book. You are in Romania. You are on your way to Castle Dracula.
Yes.
Tell us what you see.
My darling Mina, I'm writing to let you know of my safe arrival at Castle Dracula. It is early morning, but I have traveled all night and then spent the last 6 hours in my host's company. Before I give myself over to sleep, I need to talk to you and feel like you're near, even though we are far apart. The train from Vienna to the village of Bistritz was abysmal, and it was already the darker side of twilight when I arrived. I hastened from the train to a coach waiting for me. The night fell quickly, and I could see nothing out the window but rocky cliffs as we climbed higher into the mountains. It was midnight under a moonless sky as we reached the Borgo Pass. A second coach awaited me there, drawn by 4 gigantic steeds. This driver had his face shrouded from the cold so that only his eyes were visible, shining somehow even in the darkness. He spoke to the first driver in a low guttural tongue I could not identify. Once my person and possessions had been transferred, we set off again.
Leave him be. He's actually reliving his memories. Have you seen this reaction before?
The coach pulled away the instant my feet touched the courtyard, and I was left alone. I saw no lights, no persons about to escort me or even to tell me where I ought to go.
I bid you welcome. Enter free and of your own will.
Count Dracula, I presume.
Who's he talking to?
I am Dracula. Come freely, go safely, and leave something of the happiness you bring.
A pleasure to see you. At first I was afraid that the coach had brought me to the wrong place.
It is late, and my people are not awake. permit me to see to your comfort myself. Easy, and sup how you please. Excuse me that I do not join you. I have dined already.
Thank you. But I do understand if you would care to attend to business first. I have the documents here for your new London properties.
Excellent. You cannot know how long I have waited for this moment. My land is very old, and I grow very old with it. I must be filled with new blood, as your authors say.
New blood?
The blood is the life, Mr. Harker. The blood is the life.
I have researched the neighborhoods of your properties. I can tell you about the people and... Ow! Oh. It's not deep. It will be all right.
Take care. It is more dangerous than you think. There is the morning upon us. Tomorrow you may rest as you like, as I have much work, which will keep me away until after supper. You may go anywhere in the castle you wish, except where the doors are locked, where, of course, you will not wish to go.
Mr. Harker, what happened next?
I retired to the bedroom made available to me and awoke next at midday to find lunch laid out, but not a soul to be seen.
What is it, Mr. Harker? What's wrong?
I've been here all day, and everywhere I turn there are locked doors. I am a prisoner.
Good evening. I regret having left you alone for so long, but it was unavoidable.
I meant to spend some of my time admiring your home, but these two chambers appear to be the only ones open to me.
Tell me, have you written to your home? Perhaps to a wife or lover?
I have none.
How sad. Perhaps you make better use of your time and tell whom you please how you arrived here safely, and that it is your wish to reside here as my guest until a month from now.
Our business shall not take so long.
I have many questions before my journey begins, and I despair at the thought of not having my friend, Jonathan Harker, at my side to aid me. When you are finished with your letters, there will be no need to seal them. I will care for their posting personally.
I can visit the village tomorrow and post them myself.
My coachman and horses will be engaged all day.
I'll walk.
It is quite a distance.
I don't mind.
We are in Transylvania, my young friend. And Transylvania is not England. In a land as ancient as this, even the shadows have shadows. Since you are determined. Go then, not a minute shall you wait in my house against your will.
Now? At this hour?
As your host, I can do no less than satisfy your desires without delay. The doors are open. The children of the night. What music they make.
Shut the door!
Will you English have said? Welcome the coming, speed the parting guest.
Shut the door, I beg of you!
Having a change of heart. Now you wish to stay.
Yes! Yes, for God's sake!
There is no need for that kind of language.
Oh, my mind is broken. I cannot have seen the things that I have seen.
Tell us, Mr. Harker, tell us. Don't press him. Can't you see he's terrified? We must know the reason for it.
The window out my room looks over the stone courtyard several stories below. The walls are worn smooth by the passage of the centuries, but just now I watched the Count climb down. He scuttled like a spider, then stood once he reached the courtyard as easily as rising from a chair. What manner of man is this?
Look it! He's had enough. I will decide when it is enough.
Oh, God! No.
You first and I shall follow. He is young and strong. There are kisses for us both.
Kisses? Stay back from me! Stay back, God!
How dare you touch him? I have forbidden it.
Why is it forbidden?
This one has work to do. Then he shall be yours.
When is that nothing to be ours?
No! No, stay back! Mina! No!
Mina! Mina!
I must escape before they return. The window. If I fall, I will only lose my life. If I remain, I will lose my soul. Harker! Good Professor!
Release him.
Hear
my voice. Hear only my voice. Follow it home. You hear only my voice. Find the way home. Harker, it's all right now. You're safe now. Mr. Harker, what do you remember?
Everything. God save my soul. I remember everything.
It was just a terrible dream. It wasn't real. Jack, we're not supposed to believe that's literal truth.
You don't believe me.
I believe something terrible happened to you. Something you've tried to hide from yourself. But it's over now. It's done and in the past.
Move away! Move away!
Dear Lord, why do I feel you? I'm nothing to you.
without thinking about souls? You would not damn a madman. Their blood is on my hands, but not their souls. I never touched their souls. The blood is the life. The blood is the life. The blood is the life. I await you, master. I await you.